Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna read through the full article here. It's fairly short. There's a link in the description. I'm also going to play a video which is going to show the moments leading up to the point of impact. Okay, so it's still a shocking video to watch, but to let you know, it does cut out the frames concerned about the point of impact, but you will essentially see what happens in this situation, and it is a terrible, terrible situation. A mother of 5 who was pregnant was intentionally struck and killed by a woman driving a car. A 10-year-old boy was also narrowly missed. So we'll just read through most of the article first, and we'll watch the video. Detroit police have arrested a 31-year-old woman for the hit-and-run murder of Tiffany Watson-Vance, a pregnant 41-year-old mother of 5, whose death earlier this week was captured on video. Shedrika Odessa Smith pleaded not guilty at her arraignment. I don't know why she's pled not guilty, because, you know, it's literally on camera, as we'll see. The incident took place early Monday morning when 2 groups of people gathered near Tiffany Watson-Vance's home on the city's east side near Hellman Community Center to settle a dispute. So 2 groups of people gathered near the victim's home to settle a dispute. Video of the incident shows a Nissan Murano driving circles around the victim, then driving over the grass and down the street and returning to strike her, also narrowly missing the victim's 10-year-old son. Here's a quote. From the Detroit Police Chief James White. Our suspect took off at a high rate of speed, but did not leave the location. She decided to circle the location, driving over the grass and ultimately striking the victim. So the victim was not a participant in the fight. The dispute between these 2 groups, the fight between these 2 groups were near her home, but she wasn't involved. And the police chief also says that the driver viciously attacked the victim and did so intentionally. Here's a quote again from the police chief. It appears that the victim was a bystander, but she was clearly in the path of the vehicle and there was no attempt by this person of interest, the driver, to avoid her. There was no attempt, it was direct. So the victim, unfortunately, was rushed to a nearby hospital and she was pronounced dead. And again, she was pregnant and a mother of 5. So we're going to watch through the video again. The frames of the showing the impact and the aftermath have been cut out. Okay, so you're going to see everything up until the point of impact, but it is quite shocking given what actually happened. I'm just trying to play this now.
What? Amy trying to play her too. She gonna hit your car, Nene. She almost hit your car. They trying to hit Little Man. They trying to hit Little Bill. They just tried to hit Little Bill. Get your bitch ass down the street. Little B, get out the way. Little B, get out the way. Get out the way, baby. Call 911. Nope, 911. Now, bro, you's not listening. Get in the house. No, and now I'm calling 911.
It's terrible, isn't it? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna play it again. It is shocking. It doesn't want to play.
What? Amy trying to play her too. She gonna hit your car, Nene. She almost hit your car. They trying to hit Little Man. They trying to hit Little Bill. They just tried to hit Little Bill. what we do. Get your bitch ass down the street. Come on, this is what we do. Little B, get out the way. Little B, get out the way. Little boy, get out the way, baby. Call 911. Nope, 911.
It's fucking nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. That's someone's life taken. That's a family destroyed. Just like that. She was a bystander. She wasn't even part of the argument. Even if she was part of the argument, what the hell? No one deserves that. She's pregnant. She's a mother of 5. This fucking lunatic driver nearly knocked over at least one boy, if not 2. It's hard to tell. Absolutely fucking crazy. This bitch driver needs to be locked away. Full stop. Throw the key away. What an absolute scumbag. What is wrong with people? I'm going to go on a massive tangent here. I could be incredibly wrong. I've only been doing these true crime videos for the last few months. I think 4 months or so, give or take. But I'm seeing, from my point of view, and I am biased, I have certain controversial views, which I'm not going to explain exactly what I'm referring to. You might be thinking that of different controversial views than that I'm referring to, but I do have some controversial views, such that my feeling is that there is a weird kind of rage that people are going to. This seemingly is not a gangbanger, yeah? This isn't I mean, I'm guessing, I could be entirely wrong, but they're driving a Nissan Murano, you know? That's not a gangbanger's car, that's not a criminal's car, a career criminal's car. It's a woman, the suspect, Shedrika Odessa Smith, and she's 31 years of age. We don't know anything about her, so I'm presuming I could be massively wrong. But here's my presumption, here's my speculation, which could be massively wrong. I think the suspect, who is an absolute piece of shit and deserves the highest form of punishment possible, I suspect that they are a normal member of society. I suspect, could be massively wrong, that they have a family, maybe they have children of their own, they've perhaps got a job, but they live a normal, suburban, typical life. That would be my guess. My guess is they're not a career criminal, they're not a gangbanger, they don't have a track record of murdering people. What's my point here? My point is that my feeling, and again, I've got certain views which are controversial, which are causing me to have this view that I'm about to espouse. But my view is that there is something going on in the world, that is causing otherwise normal people to act in these horrendously rage-fueled ways. How insane do you have to be to do what this suspect has done? Drive around like a fucking madman, mad woman, screeching the tires, driving around like that, yeah, angrily to the end of the street, then turning back, then driving on the grass, driving on the curb, driving on the footpath, nearly knocking into a young boy here, nearly knocking into a young boy there, and then deliberately, allegedly, knocking down a woman who had fuck all to do with the dispute at hand. Fuck all to do. What the fuck? That is not normal behaviour. That is the type of behaviour of an absolute fucking lunatic. And my feeling is, I could be entirely wrong, but my feeling is that otherwise perfectly normal, law-abiding people are, some of them, of course, not all of them, but are experiencing these rage-fueled moments in which they behave incredibly erratically, absurdly erratically. You know, like there's no sense in what they are doing at all. There is no level of self-control at all. Honestly, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing normal people do these absolutely insane things. I mean, for a long time, more than a decade, I've seen the entitlement that people have. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I'm going to say I'm the victim of it. I bear the brunt of it in my daily life, in my working life, of people's entitlement. I don't know if this is entitlement. Entitlement may play a part of this. She got angry, so she felt entitled to do whatever the fuck she wanted, even if that includes driving around like a maniac, potentially knocking into children, and actually literally knocking into a pregnant woman. I don't know if entitlement plays a part. I think it probably does, but I think it's gone way, way beyond any sense that we have when we talk about how entitled a person is. You know, we've seen cases of, you know, perhaps you've not seen, but there's, let's say 6 months ago, a year ago, there was a case of I'll say a white woman, not sure if race is appropriate here, but a white woman in a Victoria's Secret store. She gets angry at another customer for some reason or other, and she starts literally wailing. She collapses to the floor. She's throwing her arms. She's screaming. She's crying, literally as if she's a toddler. You know, that's extreme, crazy entitlement. And this goes beyond. And this isn't the only example. There are other examples of people just doing these absolutely insane things. And if they're a career criminal, or if they've got a known history of mental illness, it makes sense to me. I can rationalize that. Okay, this person's an absolute scumbag. This person's an absolute nutcase. I can rationalize it. I can compartmentalize it. It makes sense to me on some levels. It's horrendous. But if they're a career criminal and or they have mental health issues, I can process that happening, and I don't necessarily need to fear overly being a victim of such things. But when it's normal, everyday people that all of a sudden, due to a minor aggrievement, are acting in these like absurdly ridiculous, evil, heinous, criminal ways, murderous ways, that's concerning to me. I think there's something going on in the world, and you can think I'm a complete fucking nutbag. I don't care what you think. But that's what I'm suspecting. I'm interested in your thoughts on that. Am I talking a load of rubbish? Do you think that there are more incidences like this occurring, or not? I mean, the interesting part to me, I could be entirely wrong, but the key interesting part is whether or not normal, law-abiding, sane people are becoming psychos all of a sudden. That's the point I'm trying to get at. In any case, I'm going to wrap things up here. Of course, condolences to the family concerned. It's fucking horrendous. This video angered me more so the second time for whatever reason. I mean, it's fucking disgusting. She mowed down a pregnant woman that had fuck all to do with the argument at hand. You know, luckily the 10-year-old boy wasn't struck. The other boy wasn't struck. But this is terrible. It's just destroying an entire family, taking the loss of a mother, of the victim, as well as the unborn baby. You would not want to leave me in a room with this suspect. I couldn't tell you what I would do. Going to wrap things up here. If you do like this type of content, please do show me some support. A like, comment, subscribe. I won't say promise, but my agreement, let's go with agreement. My agreement to you is that I'm going to carry on posting multiple videos every single day. Some days it comes really nice and easy. Other days it's a bit of a struggle for me to do mentally as well as time-wise. But I'm going to try to get over that. I'm going to try to make multiple videos every day about this type of content, true crime that's happened today or yesterday or recently. I'm going to try to select good quality topics where there's where there's something to consider. And also, and perhaps most importantly, I'm going to try to foster this community. I really, 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 really like and appreciate the comments that people are making, and the fact that you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I'm bringing forward some heinous topics to you guys, and you guys are digesting the information, and then you're expressing your thoughts, your anger, your disgust, and I think that's a really good thing. I really do. I think it's expressing one's opinion, expressing one's emotion. I think is really, really valuable. So I'm going to do what I can to foster this community. Please join in. Please join in. Please do comment. Comment. And if we start doing live streams, please jump on panel. Yeah. Give me some feedback. And again, I'm going to thank you for your time.